just something to eat?
Now sit you there. I won't be long.
Well, gentlemen, I've got some good tickets here, and since I can't disguise the fact, I'll advertise it and wager 10 guineas.
And I'll call your bluff, Mr. Skinfleet, and go 20.
Gentlemen, my apologies. I must withdraw.
Thank you.
A pressing matter.
Bluff.
Mr. Quill,
Mr. Skinfleet, I don't inconvenience you, I trust.
there's nothing wrong about the money, Mr. Quill. I brought you the 100 on the due date.
Nothing wrong with the money, Mr. Skinfleet. Never with you. You're a businessman. Same as I. Now, I need a favour from you, that's all. You'll have. There's a certain old gentleman I'm anxious to see. Now, some to drink and others to opium, this dear old soul is addicted to the card table.
Ah.
I've reason to believe he's in this part of the country, wandering from place to place on foot, and I'll calculate that sooner or later this addiction of his will lead him to the gaming table.
No doubt of that.
And so to that cheerful, pleasant grove of plenty where you hold sway, Mr. Skinfleet.
Oh. Well, I flatter myself that not much happens in that line without my knowing of it.
Or having the means to find out.
Yeah. But happily for the prosperity of the trade, there are many such old gentlemen about.
This one doesn't travel alone. He has with him a child, his granddaughter, and he won't part from her nor she from him. Nellie Trent's her name. You saw her at the wharf, remember?
Oh, yes, I recall. She's pretty enough to turn faces wherever she goes. Rely on me, Mr. Quill. I'll pass the word.
Do so, Mr. Skinfleet. Find them, and find them soon.
Quill. Hurry up, Grandfather.
What is it? I'm to sleep.
Just Quilp himself. Come, quickly.
We must be more careful, Nell.
We will be, dear Grandfather.
I know your face. I seldom forget a face. Never such a pretty one as yours, Chant. You was at the fair. With the Punch and Judy men. Very sorry I was to see you in such company.
Do you know them, Ma?
Coddling and Short. Do I look as though I know them? Does the caravan look as though it knows them? Oh, dear me. Are you hungry?
Oh, no, thank you, Ma.
Oh. But you're thirsty and you're footsore. You wouldn't say no to a nice cup of tea, I bet, old gentleman. Would it make much difference to the horse if we took these travellers with us?
Oh, it's very kind of you, but
Well, George, I do hope I'm not hurrying you.
Well, Mum, they make a difference, of course.
But not much, eh? Well, that's settled then. That's settled then. Now, come on, the both of you. Eat and drink as much as you can and don't spare yourselves. It's all I ask of you. Come on. Read that for me, dear. Read it out loud.
Charlie's waxwork.
That's me. I am Mrs. Charlie. Oh, go on, child.
100 figures, the full size of life. The only stupendous collection of real waxwork in the world. The genuine and only Jarleys. The royal family are the patrons of Jarley.
There, there. I knew she was a reader. I'm not myself, you know. You have been finely educated, I perceive, my dear.
Finely educated. I was her tutor, madam. And you'll find no readier or quicker pupil in the entire kingdom.
I've never seen a waxwork. Is it funnier than Punch and Judy?
It's not to be spoken of in the same breath as some trumpery fairground amusement, no. A waxwork is calm, child. And what's the word? Critical. Classical. Calm and classical.
Oh, I beg your pardon, Ma'am.
And so like life, that if a waxwork only spoke and walked about, you'd hardly know the difference. Well, I won't go so far as to say I've ever seen a waxwork quite like life, but I've certainly seen some life that was exactly like waxwork.
If you don't mind my saying.
Where are we headed, Ma'am?
Hookham, a very fine town. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Charlie's world famous waxworks collection of upwards of 100 figures. All other collections are being gross deceptions or imposters. Be in time, be in time, be in time. Price of admission only sixpence. Be in time, be in time, be in time.
Do not go.
Now, here we have Jasper Thracklemorton of atrocious memory, who courted and wed 14 wives and destroyed them by tickling the soles of their feet as they was asleep in all their innocence. Now then, let's see what you know, eh? Now, who is this?
Napoleon Bonaparte, Emperor of the French.
Oh, very good. Born 1769, died?
1821.
Oh, and who is this?
General George Washington, the first President of the United States of America.
Oh, this child is a miracle of learning. And a good credit to you too, sir, I'm sure. Now then, how would you like a good situation for her? 5 shillings a week to show the public round, board and lodging all found, eh? Whoa, this is no common offer. This is Jarley's waxwork.
Well, my grandfather would have to lodge with me, Ma'am.
Oh, naturally, child. He won't be too proud to dust the figures and so forth.
Dust? I shall be most honoured.
Oh, well, that's settled then. Let's have some supper, eh?
Well now, kid, you know me, Witherden, your former master's lawyer.
Yes, sir.
I am anxious to trace little Nell and her grandfather.
So's Daniel Quilp.
I have no business with Daniel Quilp.
So you say.
Certainly not. The very idea.
Nell and her grandfather were seen heading westward in the company of 2 Punch and Judy men.
But alas, their present whereabouts are unknown.
No disrespect intended, sir. I know you, but I don't know him.
You may trust this gentleman, Kit.
There's talk that when Quilpus finds my master, he's going to shut him away in the madhouse.
Nonsense.
Why did Samson Brass wear an affidavit for a magistrate then? And Brass is Quilp's attorney.
This gentleman has clearly stated that he has no connection with Quilp.
Well, that may be good enough for you, sir, but with all respect, it ain't for me. So if you'll excuse me.
Kit, come back here this instant. Oh, by heaven.
Let me deal with him, Mr. Witherden. You were fond of Nell, weren't you?
I was, sir.
Listen to me. I've only one aim. To restore Nell and her grandfather to their former prosperity.
That may be so, sir. But I've only your word for it, and I don't know you from Adam.
Well, there's a baffler. Kid?
Morning.
Well met. Wishes to say, well, to hit the point, I was passing and couldn't help noticing you in conversation with a certain gentleman. Distinguished sort of a fellow. Doesn't mince his words. He lives in my house, you see. At least in the house occupied by the legal firm in which I'm a sort of a managing partner.
Samson Brass's house? He lodges with Brass?
Exactly. He's a good fellow, we like him, but he's eccentric. You, wouldn't happen to know his name, would you?
No, I wouldn't.
It's queer. Decidedly queer.
What are young Swiveller? Get a name out of him, did you? For Brass's lodger, a name?
No. No kid didn't know it.
No, I wouldn't give it. Well, that's interesting in itself.
The name Brass reminds me that I must be about my business.
And reminds me that your business is my business. That safe for Brass's, do you know what he keeps in it?
I've never seen it open.
Do you know where he keeps the key? Find out for me. Come on, then. On your way.
Dog! Dog!
Never mind cartwheeling. You followed the lodger this morning, right? Where did he go?
Uptown.
And do?
See a Punch and Judy.
Don't get swimmy dog or I'll cut one of your feet off.
It's true. Then he came back into town to see another.
Punch and Judy?
Yeah, Punch and Judy.
Punch and Judy.
Is it not infinitely pleasant, my love, to be strolling through the town on a Sunday and to hear the bells of the church ringing out for evensong? So much fine architecture, such antiquity.
Sir, would you ever buy a flower now for the pretty little girl?
I have no
She
ready
would love her little flower.
I'm sure
they're
she
so
would.
fresh.
Grandfather,
Yeah?
quick.
Tell me ninepence, sir.
How much?
He's a creature of Quilp's. I saw them together at Market Snares.
That's outrageous.
We must stay out of sight.
Yes. We've travelled no distance at all, and an exceedingly bumpy ride. I think this should be sufficient for your purposes. And don't answer me back, all right?
Come along, Grandfather. Here, Grandfather. Sit here and rest.
Oh, yes. Rest, did you say? Where can we rest when we're being hounded from pillar to post? Where can we lay our heads?
As soon as night falls, we'll go back.
Go back?
Of course. I'll go ahead to Mrs. Jarley's and find out if anyone's been inquiring after us. If not, then it'll be safe to return there.
Yes. And what if they have been inquiring after us? And if it's Quilp? All he wants to do is to lock me up, lock me away from you. Come on.
Sit here by the fire.
Yeah.
You must get out of these wet clothes. I'll see if they have a room here. Grandfather, the landlord...
What money have we, Nellie? Oh, come, you were paid by Mrs. Jarley only yesterday, I know that. Give it me.
Grandfather, you're not yourself.
Give it me, will you? Come on. Oh, I'm sorry, my dear. I spoke harshly. But you see, you must give me the money. It's your own good. I wronged you, and I'm putting everything right. So come on, give it me. I must have it! Wait for me. Here.
You haven't touched it. You'd best put up here for the night, miss. You and the old gentleman.
No, we must get back to the town.
Wouldn't be done, miss. Listen to it.
But we must get back.
The roads is all awash. It'd be the death of you.
We'll take 2 rooms then, please.
As to payment, pardon my mentioning it, miss, but circumstances being as they are, I have to ask cash in advance. Broke, are you?
No. No, Mr. Landlord, I'm not broke. Here, get me change for this.
No offense, miss.
Just get me some change, will you?
Of course, miss. Straight away.
My hand again, I believe, gentlemen. Your fortune's favourite tonight, Mr. Liz. So it would seem, Mr. Joe. Do you play on, sir?
On and on, sir, till I get my revenge.
And you, sir?
What?
Do you play on, sir?
No. No.
Sorry to lose your company, good gentleman. changed your mind, good sir.
Grandfather,
Yes?
do you think they're honest, the people at Ratto's? I ask because I lost some money last night, out of my room. Unless it was taken by someone as a joke. Only as a joke, Grandfather. Which would make me laugh, if I could but know it.
No one steals money as a joke. He who steals it does it to keep it. You didn't happen to see the thief, did you?
No. No, I didn't see him.
Well, in that case, I should forget all about it, you know. No good comes out of... You know, Nellie, in life, there are always some bad apples in every barrel.
Wait here. If all's safe, I'll come back for you. There's no sense in both of us going. Wait here.
Half out of my wits about you. Off you go now then, Janie.
Thank you, ma'am.
Where have you been? Where's your grandfather?
We were caught in the storm. We took shelter at the inn.
And caught a nasty cough into the bargain. You've got to come with me, my girl. What you need is a tonic.
Mrs. Jarley, has anyone been here inquiring after us while we were away?
No.
A tall man with spectacles.
No, I've never seen anybody of that description.
Oh. Well, I must go fetch my grandfather.
Oh, dear.
And now, Mr. Punch, you're a very naughty man and you'll have to come along with me. Come along with me. Oh, I'm not naughty.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, yes, you are, Mr. Punch. Now, come along with me. Come along with me. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hurrah-dee-da, hurrah-dee-da. Hey, that's the way to do it. A big clap for Mr. Punch. Hey!
It will be worth your while. Well worth your while to deal openly and frankly with me.
Didn't I say there was sure to be an inquiry after them too, Mr. Codlin?
Didn't I always say that that sweet Nell was the most interesting child I ever saw in my life, Mr. Short? I was her particular friend, sir, more so than Short.
What the devil you were?
The devil with that. What can you tell me of their present whereabouts?
The last
Mr. Short, I take the hat round, remember, that's my branch. No doubt this gentleman intends to come down handsome, but we need to know terms before we deal. Bearing in mind, sir, that I was the friend, I don't mind, Short, you'd say, God bless her.
You'll have £5 apiece if you tell me where they are. Will that do?
The last week...
Mr. Short.
Aren't you satisfied, Mr. Codlin? I am.
Oh, for the love of heaven.
The last we heard...
was from Jerry.
The organ grinder.
Who saw him?
Not a week ago.
In Hooksham.
At Jarl's Waxwork.
Thank you, gentlemen.
And that's all, ladies.
A miracle. That's what she is, sir, that child. A blessed miracle. Now, look, see, they give her presents. Oh, she makes more that way than what I pay her. Uncanny, isn't it, madam? How lifelike they are, yes? I should have her pose for a model. I should indeed. The young Madonna, eh? Or Joan of Arc. Or simply an angel. I'll get some more tea. George, some hot water.
Nellie? I need some money, dear. You'll get this back with a gallant interest, I swear it. After all, it's all for you. Yes. It's all for you.
Oliver Cromwell. Elizabeth I. Jasper Thrapplewater. Napoleon Bonaparte. Emperor of
Mary the Martin!
Well then, old gentleman, you have courage, I'll give you that. Courage indeed to ask me for a loan. So you can get back all you lost to my friend Isaac List.
Oh, I didn't know the two of you were friends. I didn't expect to see him here.
There, mate. Just because I am bound by the sacred ties of friendship, that needn't be an end of it.
What's this, Tommy?
Come, Isaac. You're a gaming man. You know what it's like to feel your luck is on the turn.
Well, I do, certainly.
And you know the pleasures of winning.
Ah, that, yes. The delight of picking up the yellow boys and sweeping them into one's pocket.
And the sweetness of knowing that you have a triumph at last, and you didn't turn back spite of all but went on. Well then, the good lady who keeps the waxworks, Mrs. Jarley.
There's a thought. She has money.
Oh, no, I couldn't ask her.
Bear with me, my friend. I've heard she keeps her cash in a box under her bed.
And never locks her door for fear of fire.
Steal? Steal? I hope I would never be guilty of inciting a gentleman to steal. No. Borrow. Merely borrow without the formality of asking. And when you're able, pay it back.
When he's able. But what if he ain't?
You shouldn't consider that, Isaac.
Well, if it's to borrow, I suppose I could do it without any danger to myself. After all, strangers are passing in and out all day long.
That's the spirit, and I'll see fair between you.
But I must have my revenge, mind. And he must stake coin against coin down to the last.
Are you willing, Isaac?
I'm willing.
You're willing? Right, gentlemen. Tomorrow night.
As you please. Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Well, we've hooked the old fool.
And now we'll land him. What's that?
It's a girl. Didn't Skinfleet say something about a young girl and an old gentleman?
He did, Isaac.
It's Quilp that wants a minute.
Quilp it is. Daniel Quilp himself.
Hello, Albert.
Hello, Kit.
Hello, kids. You!
Now, kids.
Keep out of this.
Now, listen to the gentleman.
He's Samson Brass's lodger, Mother.
I know that.
What?
I took the room as a listening post.
He's your former master's brother.
What?
We loved each other dearly. He was the delight of my childhood, the companion of my youth, and the bitter rival of my maturity. We fell in love, both of us, with the same girl. A girl of great beauty and sweetness. Did he ever talk of her? Of his wife?
Often, sir.
What did he say?
Well, Miss Nell looks very like her.
The very image of her.
Well, to be short, my brother married her. I went to America. All communication between us ceased. I entered commerce. I prospered. As my fortunes rose, my brother's sank. But I knew nothing of it. Then 3 months ago in Boston, I chanced to meet an old family friend who told me of my brother's desperate plight. I determined to end our quarrel and to restore him to peace and prosperity.
And he's found them, kid.
I know where they are, and I intend to go there. But my brother may not wish to see me. His pride may reject my assistance. Therefore, I have need of an ambassador, one whom he knows well and trusts.
Well, me, sir?
If you're willing.
Well, I'm willing, sir, but I'd do more harm than good. And Miss Nell, she trusts me. But the old gentleman, he threw me over, sir.
What?
He wouldn't let me near him, sir. Nobody knowed why, not even Miss Nell.
Is there no one else who could serve my purpose?
dine out tonight. I may be late. I'll leave you in charge.
Why, madam?
Grandfather?
You look ill, my dear.
Well, I couldn't sleep last night. I was troubled by a dream.
Oh,
Of you.
of me?
Well, he looked like you. He was in a darkened room at night, robbing a sleeper of her gold.
Of her gold?
It was Mrs. Jarley.
It's only in a dream, isn't it?
Yet it was so real. I almost ran for a constable. Grandfather, I think we should go away from here. At once. Tonight.
Yes, we can't stay in a place where you have dreams like that. No, no. No, we will go. We will. Nell, come, come.
Gone? Where have they gone?
I don't know, sir. I only wish I did. It's all...
Lunacy! You! Well, you've had a lucky escape, Mum. I'm amazed to see you still alive.
See me alive?
The old miser's mad. He ought to be locked up for the protection of the public. And so he will be, when I find him.
You'll have me to contend with first, Mr. Quilp.
Hello. Kit's mother. How are you, my dear old duck? You could take her live for one of your figures, Mum. Yeah. You sprinkle a little salt on her. Lot's wife turned into a pillar. Eh? No?
London bound, all aboard! London bound!
I should stay here a few days to start inquiries. Thank you for your trouble. I'm sorry your journey has been fruitless.
No sorrier than I am.
Good day.
Such a dreadful smoke, ma'am.
Some folk are frightened by the sea, you know. Not I. I feel safe by the sea. Did I ever tell you about...
About the house you and your wife once had on a cliff?
Yes.
About 100 times, Grandfather.
Old men forget.
Yet all shall be forgot. But he'll remember.
With advantages, the feats he did that day.
Was she very beautiful, your wife?
She was very much like you, Nellie. In fact, here, with the good sea air to bring the colour back into your cheeks, you'll look almost exactly like her. She lives again in you. We'll be safe here, you and I. Quilp will never find us here. And all that went before was a dream. One of your bad dreams.
To be forgotten.
Oh, pray God, to be forgotten. Oh, we must search for shelter, my dear.
Oh, Kit! Leave me be! He's been scaring me out of my 7 senses all the way to London and all the way home.
You get out of here. You let her alone. Kit, honest young Kit, good young Kit.
You get out of here, or it'll be the worse for you, you little monster.
Monster? Oh, no, that's wrong. Hobgoblin. That's your word for me, Kit. You surely haven't forgotten hobgoblin, Kit. I haven't, Kit. I remember.
We must stay here at the inn tonight.
We have no money for inns. We have no money at all. Come. I'm better now.
Come on, lady. Yes. Nelly! Help! 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 Help me! For the love of God! Help me! Help me!
Why, it's my little pilgrim.
She's dying. I killed her. Oh, my folly, my madness has killed.
I won't believe it. He's never been gone this long.
Not a word from him in days.
What harm could have come to him?
He has his enemies, Ma'am.
And he's twice as strong and thrice as clever as any of them.
Nevertheless, although we hope, nay, though we pray for the best,
we must prepare ourselves for the worst. Always remember, dear Mrs. Quilp, that for our lamentations we have the infallible solace of our expectations.
However,
we must hope for the best. We will leave no stone unturned. We will prepare a descriptive advertisement to be distributed throughout the realm. Well now, respecting his demeanour.
Crooked.
How I do love you.
Certainly crooked.
Mrs. Quilp?
A little so, perhaps.
Very crooked.
Let us not say very, Mrs. Ginny. After all, he may be gone to where his demeanour will never come in question.
Well, proceed. Proceed.
Quite right, ma'am. Our faculties must not freeze with grief. His nose now.
Flat.
Flat! Flat! Goldie's flat! Don't you see it? Expectations? Not yet, dear friend. Not yet a while.
Mr. Quilp, such a relief, sir. Such joy, such a sudden reversal of desolation.
Have you done? Then good night.
Yes, quite so. At such a time, Mrs. Quilp, understandable. May I, however, express once more my heartfelt...
Good night! And good night to you, Mrs. Guinea-Win. Oh, tears, Mrs. Quilp. You sorry I'm safe and sound?
Oh, no, I am glad indeed I am.
You rejoice, dear?
Yes, I do.
Well, here's more for your rejoicing. They've got away. That precious pair whose cause you plead so fervently.
Nell?
Yeah, Nellie. And her grandfather. Now all the West Country's laughing up its sleeve at me. Isn't that cause for rejoicing?
You must be hungry, Quilp.
Not just this minute.
You must be tired. Come to bed.
Who like that, would you, my helpmate?
You know I would. How could you go away so long without sending me word of where you were? How could you be so cruel?
I was in the humour to be cruel, I suppose. I'm in the humour now.
What do you mean?
You tire me, Mrs. Quilp.
No.
You irritate me half to death. And as for your mother... Oh, I live at the wharf. Yeah! I'll be a jolly bachelor again.
You can't be serious.
Why not? You've been a widow in anticipation. I'll be a bachelor in earnest. Well, I'll come and go, you know, like a will-o'-the-wisp. Come when you least expect me and go when I take the fancy, like now. So I hope you didn't get anything too nice for dinner, because I shan't be here for it.
Quilp!
I don't understand. What is this place? And where's my grandfather?
In the next room. Still sleeping, I hope. Now, drink this. You've been very ill with fever. Drink it down. Very bad?
Horrible.
You remember I told you I was to take up a new post in a village school? Well, this is the village, and yonder is the school. And the salary is £35 a year. Come in, sir. She's awake, and very much better.
I thought we'd lost you. Are you really better?
I feel better. Truly.
You'll forgive my saying so, sir. I think she should not be tramping the open road again for some time.
Oh, of course not, no. But we can't stay here. After all, we've trespassed on your hospitality quite enough.
Bear with me a moment, sir. I think it very likely I can find employment for you here.
Mrs. Schimpfley, come in. You have news for me?
I do, Mr. Quilp, and important enough, I thought, to be brought to you in person.
You found them?
I have.
You are a marvel.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Let's have it.
Well, there is a certain...
Waxwork?
Yeah.
Charlie's world famous waxwork?
Yes.
Yeah. Your news is stale, dear friend, like my breakfast. The birds have flown.
Where?
That is for you to discover. The old man's sure to go to the card table again. He can't keep away. So ears to the ground, Mr. Skinfleet, ears to the ground. And don't... No.
Oh, Mrs. Quilp. What are you doing here? I'm dead, ain't I?
Come home, Quilp. Please, come home.
I'm very well here, bless your eyes. Solitary and sequestered as I like. Secure from all spies and listeners when business is to be done. Nobody near me but rats. They're fine, stealthy, secret fellas. But business.
I miss you. Won't you come home?
Always be mindful of business, even in the midst of pleasure. And time has flown this morning, I declare.
Quilp,
Farewell, beloved.
Render me an account of what's owing. If I believe it, I'll pay.
With what?
Money, of course.
Money, yeah. Who steals my purse steals trash. But he who filches from me my good name, Shakespeare. Before ever you put your hand in your pocket, I'll put that old man in the madhouse where he belongs.
On this testimony, I think not.
I'll put men away on less.
Unfortunate wretches without the means to go to law. We have the means, Quilp, and a short way of dealing with blackmail.
Blackmail. Oh, that's a beautiful word. One of the most beautiful in the language. It has a poetry about it. Yeah, no, it's not blackmail. As to the law, neighbour, possession will always be 9 points of it.
His good name. What the devil does he mean?
The world goes in fear of him. He must be revenged on your brother, or the world may lose that fear.
Is that worth more to him than money?
To Quilp, yes.
And if he should find my brother before us, what could he do?
It would be better if...
Then he must not.
Mr. Quilp, my dear sir.
Of all the girls that are so fair, there's none like pretty Sally.
Wonderful. He's quite the troubadour, you know.
Take this down to the city, would you, Swiveller?
Now, there's a lad named Kit.
Kit Nubbles, I know him.
Yeah, put up your book, Samson. We don't want any documents. I don't like Kit.
Nor I indeed.
This Kit is one of your honest people, one of your fair characters, a hypocrite in short, a double-faced sneaking spy and a yelping insolent dog besides.
So fearfully eloquent.
Come to the point and don't talk so much.
You're quite right, Sally. Well then, I owe him a grudge.
Enough said, sir. We can be relied upon.
And he works against me in my pursuit of Nellie Trent and her grandfather. In short, I hate him and want him put out of my way. Can you devise a means?
Certainly. We have a burden of our own we'd gladly be rid of. Our clerk, Swiveller.
He don't suit?
Not at all.
Get rid of him then.
You wouldn't object?
What concern is it of mine? Throw him back into the street, if you will. After you've dealt with Kit Nubbles.
No documents, he said.
Oh, but you know what my memory is, old fellow.
You play a dangerous game, Brother Samson.
Quilp is a dangerous man.
Take her. It was an abbey, an ancient foundation, fortified as you see, long since abandoned, but still the property of the church.
So peaceful.
It's a beautiful old building. Look there.
Oh, I say. Nelly, look. That 16th century French, you can tell, that very typical Gothic opulence, that, oh. Ah, yes. Well, that's late 14th, early 15th century. I wouldn't wager on it. It's Italian, of course.
We can't live here.
Don't you like it? I do. It has an air of sanctuary.
Oh, of course we like it. Don't we, Grandfather?
Yes.
But who would ever let us live here?
But the church employs a keeper to clean and safeguard the building and tend the burial ground. The post is vacant. I've spoken with the archdeacon, and it's yours, if you want it. The pay is very small, I fear.
Pay? Grandfather, do you hear?
Yes.
This is everything we've dreamed of. As you say, sir, this is a sanctuary.
Don't you worry about that.
All right.
Ah, Christopher, my dear boy. Come to see our friend above stairs, have you?
I've got news for him.
Quite so. Quite so. Now, when you've delivered them, do me the kindness to look into the office for a moment. You'll not regret it, I promise.
Oh, very good, sir.
Thank you, Christopher. Great heaven!
What is it?
Reuben and Marsh have settled.
Never.
Mr. Swiveller, have the goodness to look at that and tell my sister what it is.
It's banknote for £5.
Are you certain? Examine it carefully and minutely.
Yes, it is without doubt a banknote for £5.
Drawn on what bank?
Fields Bank.
Thank you, Mr. Swiveller. There you are. I said they'd settled.
Step down to the city with this, would you, Mr. Swiveller?
Again?
And at once, if you please.
Now, don't fumble it, old chap.
Have you ever known me fumble it?
It's a baffler.
Christopher! Christopher! Come to me. Take off your hat. Sit you down, my boy.
I can't stay long, sir.
Then I shan't keep you long. I'll come straight to it. Well, now, we have a house to let for a client, and are obliged to put someone into the said house to look after it, and thus we're looking to find some deserving person, someone whom we can trust implicitly. We thought of your excellent mother, Christopher. It'd mean comfortable lodging all year round, no rent to pay, and a small weekly allowance. What do you say?
Samson, I want you.
Don't decide immediately. Take time to think it over. Excuse me a moment.
Inside the lining.
Well done, old boy. Well, Christopher, have you thought?
I don't know how to thank you, sir.
Well, then, that's settled, my dear boy. Come on. You go straight off and see your mother, and you tell her straight away. And I'm sure she'll be delighted. What'll the judge give him, do you think?
Transport.
transportation at the very least. Transportation. Delightful. To Australia, of course. Do you think Australia is far enough out of the way, Mr. Quill?
What the devil's going on?
This is a private office, sir. In which private business is being conducted, I must ask you to withdraw.
Nothing here, sir.
I rejoice at it and offer my most humble apologies, Christopher.
What about his cap?
His cap? Nonsense.
Has it never been known for a thief to conceal his gains in his cap?
Thief? Are you calling the boy a thief?
Well, Constable?
Bless my soul.
Is this the missing note, sir?
I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Say something, Christopher. Perhaps it is not the one. Mr. Swiveller, your arrival is providential. You saw the £5 we received this morning. You can tell us whether this is the same note drawn on Fields Bank or not.
Providential be hanged. It's a fraud.
Have a care, sir. That is an actionable statement.
Well, Mr. Swiveller?
Well, yes, it is the same. You say he was left alone? In here, miss?
He was.
Then I've no alternative. Christopher Nubbles, I arrest you in the name of the law. It's a fraud, I tell you. A fraud! Step back, sir, if you please. Christopher Nubbles, I arrest you in the name of the law. Who are your other witnesses? What's your other evidence? Kids, I'll have you out of this. As for you two, you'll live to regret today's work.
Please help me!
Hobgoblin, eh, Kit? Honest, Kit? Plain speaking, Kit? Dick! Young Dick, how's the Prima Clerkship? How's the Princess Spies? Had a look inside that safe yet?
This is your doing. You put them up to it.
Up to it? Up to what?
I think you know very well.
I don't think I do, Dick, and I don't think you do either. Not if you ponder it a little, not if you consider what's in your best interest.
I'm not afraid of you.
Afraid of me? I hope not. I hope you'd never be so rash as to give yourself cause to fear Daniel Quill.
Good day.
Good day, Dick.
You tire yourself out.
I don't. It's good for me to work in the fresh air.
Not from dawn till dusk.
It's so sad to see so many graves untended. To think that when you die, you're so easily forgotten.
Do you think an untended grave, flowers are tokens of forgetfulness?
Aren't they?
There may be people busy in the world at this moment, far away from here, in whose good actions these very graves, neglected though they seem to us, are the chief influence.
Perhaps.
Don't you see? There's nothing innocent or good that dies and is forgotten. None. Even a child that dies will live again in the better thoughts of those who loved it, and play its part through them in the redeeming actions of the world. There's the school bell, and I'm late as usual.
hang up your hat. The fact is, Mr. Swiveller, that a young man of your abilities is lost, sir. Quite lost in the dry and fusty antechambers of the law. You're meant for better things, sir. Higher, nobler things. I think you'll find the money correct. Whenever we part with friends, my dear sir, I hope we part liberally.
You are presumptuous, Mr. Brass. You haven't seen or heard the last of me. Good day to you, gentlemen.
Now we can be friends again. Hey, Dick?
And other attractions. Mrs. Briggs.
You're afraid I won't be able to keep all. There must be no clouds between us, no shadows. Everything must be above board. You are frightened that I will not be able to resist the lure of the card table.
Yes, Grandfather.
But why should I seek our fortune at the gambling tables when I've already found our fortune here? I shall never touch a card again.
I'm glad.
I robbed you, and yet you never reproached me with either a word or even a look. I would have robbed dear Mrs. Jarley, too, brought utter ruin upon us both. But you saved me, and lying when I said that I gambled in order to keep you away from poverty. It was true. It was true at the beginning, but it soon, far too soon, became something quite different. It became an obsession. It became a form of madness.
Grandfather.
Yes. But now, you know, once I've told you all that, I'm free. I'm free. Only time will prove to you that I'm telling the truth, but at least I know it. And I'll see to it that nobody ever troubles us again.
This is complete.
Thank you, Mavis. Daniel Quilp, Esquire, London.
evidence. You may call a few words scribbled in a book. A book, moreover, stolen by some person or persons unknown. You may call that evidence, Mr. Witherden. I don't.
It will be for a judge and jury to decide.
I fear neither.
Yet if the case goes against you, as in my professional judgment it certainly will, you face a long term of imprisonment. On the other hand, make a clear confession of it now.
Of what, pray?
Implicate the true author of it, and I will myself put in a plea for clemency.
Might I have a private word with my sister?
Hold your peace, Sampson.
The truth will out of...
Keep silent, I say!
You risk your lives to protect Quilp. Would he do the same for you?
It's a point.
I hear no more of this. Come, Sampson. Come, I say!
If you'll excuse me, dear fellow, I'll stay a moment longer.
You utter fool.
She's forthright, you see, sirs. She doesn't mince her words. Yet I think I'll stay.
Then curse you for the coward and traitor you are.
Well, sir?
Mr. Witherden, sir, we have the honour to be members of the same profession. You spoke of a plea for clemency.
You know how the law works, Mr. Brass. Turn Queen's evidence against Quilp, and with me to speak for you, I have no doubt of the outcome. A fine or a short term of imprisonment at the very worst.
What if I were to provide further evidence of other and greater crimes committed by Quilp?
What crimes?
Blackmail, fraudulent conversion, forgery.
Then I have no doubt that you'd walk free.
He has a strong box, gentlemen. He keeps it at the wharf. Inside it is documentary evidence of his career that he keeps to gloat over. The blackmail he's extorted, the wills and leases he's forged, the dues and taxes he's evaded, the whole account of his profits from gaming, counterfeiting, opium, receiving. Enough to hang him 9 times over. Now, upon an information sworn by me, you could open that strong box. I make only one condition.
And that is?
Punish Quilp, gentlemen. Weigh heavily upon him. Grind him down. Tread him underfoot. He has done as much by me and 1,000 others for many and many a year.
Samson has been practiced upon and has broken confidence. It has all come out.
Come in here.
How about this one? I'll take that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Mother! Mother!
This is all my doing.
No.
It is.
No, Grandfather. It was Quilp.
sent to Westbury for the apothecary.
It was Quilp who hounded us from place to place. It was all Quilp.
Hold on! Yeah, right, hold your horses. Yeah, hang on a minute, I'm coming.
Where's Mr. Quilp?
He's in there.
Samson Brass, flattering bloodless cur! If only I had him here. What do you want?
This letter came to Tower Hill for you. What are you doing? What's happened?
Skinfleet, at last.
What are you doing, Quilp?
Mrs. Quilp, all of it.
Is that letter news of Nell Trent?
None of your business.
Is it?
Still pleading her cause.
You don't know what torture I've suffered since I deceived that...
Take her home, you dog, or I'll cut your throats. And don't come here tomorrow, this place will be locked up. Get out of here! Let it burn. Once I have him in my power, all will be possible again. Let it burn, let it burn! Come on, lad. Lock down the gates. Come on. Come on, go away. Come on, lock down the gates. Come on, lad. 1, 2, 3, go. 1, 2, go. Come on, lad. Go on. Right. Go on. Stand back.
What's this?
It's from Skinfleet.
Now, my brother and Nell.
Little pilgrim.
I think I am. I had a dream about Kit. Do you remember, Grandfather? the tricks we used to play on each other. Oh, I'd like to see him again.
You must get well, well.
It would make me laugh. Then I'd be well. I wish there was someone to take my love to him.
Master? My dear master, speak to me.
Oh. There's another one. How many more will there be tonight? Spirits.
No spirit, master. No one but your old servant. You know me now, I'm sure. Miss Nell, where is she? Where is she?
They all say the same. All ask the same questions. Spirit.
Where is she, master? Tell me but that, dear master.
She is asleep. Yonder. Oh, there.
Thank God.
Oh, yes, thank God indeed. Hark. Did she call?
No, I heard no voice, master.
There it is. You're not going to tell me you didn't hear that. What? And nobody know her voice so well as I? She is asleep. You're right. She did not cry out. That is, of course, unless she cried out in her slumber.
Miss Nell?
Look, these are her shoes. See that? How worn they are. How the stones must have blistered her feet. You never told me.
Doctor?
But it's a good and happy sleep.
It is. It is.
Do you know me, brother?
Yes, I know you, brother.
We have much to do, you and I. We must bring pride and anger threw away. Nell brought you here, against all odds, through every danger and hardship. She brought you here to the sea, not to die, but to live.
There's nothing innocent or good that dies and is forgotten. We must hold to that faith, or to none. Even a child that dies will live again in the better thoughts of those who loved it. Vanishings of the world.